Cleanup continues today at a home in Blackstone following last week's disturbing discovery.
Crews are going to be removing more items from the filth-ridden home where the remains of 3 newborns were discovered last week. Pinpoint News Tracker takes you to the scene on St. Paul Street, which is not far from the Rhode Island border.
Eyewitness News reporter Brian Yacono joining us live there this morning with more on how the community came together over the weekend.
Well, good morning. This right here is the house here in Blackstone that we have all been watching very closely since that gruesome discovery late last week. A memorial still growing out front here. Inside is where those 3 infants were found dead late last week. Now the community pausing to remember their lives and the children who survived living there. Amazing Grace. Amazing Grace could be heard outside the John F. Kennedy Elementary School, where people from all across Blackstone and neighboring communities all came together last night, balloons cutting across the sky. This was just as much about remembering those 3 infants who were found dead as it was the survivors. A lawyer connected to the case says he believes tests will show the infants were stillborn and that Erica Murray was afraid of giving birth because her boyfriend didn't want more kids. As we spoke with those attending last night's vigil, there was frustration and questions about access to care for those struggling with mental illness.
Something's got to be done because this is unacceptable to have children, animals suffering like this.
It could have been an opportunity for her to reach out and say, I'm not healthy. I have problems. I need help.
Of course, there is that lingering question right now if Erica Murray had ever turned to her community, to her neighbors to reach out for help. Coming up in our next half hour over on Fox Providence, we're learning more about what cleanup crews are finding inside this house, including the discovery of 2 more dead animals over the weekend. In Blackstone, Brian Yacono, Eyewitness News.
Stay with Eyewitness News on air and online for continuing coverage of this disturbing discovery in Blackstone. We'll continue to update you on the investigation as police work to uncover what led to this gruesome situation.